I'm Paul,
I'm Steve.
and this is The Butler Did It.
This is
So today we're going to talk about Plane, the 2023 masterpiece starring Gerard Butler, who finds himself the pilot of a plane that gets forced down and is caught in the middle of a terrible storm. See, the movie stars Gerard Butler as the captain, Mike Coulter as Luis Gaspare. They say his name like 5 different ways in the movie. And I found out that's actually how you... It's the name of one of the 3 wise men, so do with that what you want. Tony Goldwyn of Disney's Tarzan fame, Paul Van Victor of The Wire fame, Joey Stolnick as the white American bald asshole, and Oliver Trevina as the white Australian bald asshole.
I like this guy.
So Plane. First, also, it's rated R, which was a big bonus for me.
Rated R. Was there smoking and foul language? I'm just trying to remember why it was rated R. The violence wasn't that bad.
Because there was glorious blood.
Ah, got it.
It's not one of those movies where when a person gets shot, dust comes off of them. It like when that... In the one scene when the dude's shooting that sniper rifle with bullets as big as...
Oh, that was awesome.
Man, just boom. I'm like, thank you.
I want somebody with a background in arms. What are those called? Guns. And some sort of background in guns. I don't know. It just always seems like people who are into guns don't want to call them guns. They have some other word for them.
Yeah, like penis.
Projectile slingers. I don't know. I want to know what that was, because oh my God, it didn't just shoot you; it shoots you and throws you 10 feet across the jungle. Anyway, what was that? Let us know down below. Yeah. Hey, thank you for having me on.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
there's no this is our show.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Butler Did It is our show. Thank you for putting our show on your channel. Well, here's the thing about Plane. It's a really unique, but Gerard Butler tends to take a certain type of role with a certain type of character.
Yeah.
It's I gotta say this one's really unique, because in this one, Gerard Butler's just trying to live a normal life. He wants to get home to his daughter. He doesn't want to get involved in any sort of saving people situation.
Nope.
He's just like going through his day.
Yeah.
And he's not interested in adventure, but adventure is interested in him. And so something happens in this show that causes him to suddenly be the one that has to save everybody. So, and he does it sort of reluctantly, and he needs the help of someone else. So as Gerard Butler shows go, this one's pretty unique.
Yeah, it breaks formula totally. It follows the part of the formula of a Gerard Butler movie is within the first 10 minutes, you know everything. And then within 14 minutes, the shit hits the fan. So
yeah.
you don't got a spittle battle in the beginning.
Of course, it being sarcastic. That's every Gerard Butler movie, except maybe Den of Thieves isn't quite like that. All of the Fallen movies. This is like it's like Fallen... Like a plane has fallen. That's what they should have called this one. The plane.
They really missed out. That's like Greenland. They missed out the opportunity to call it The Sky is Falling.
Yes. So that's right. The sky has fallen. This could be the plane has fallen. That could have been The Sky has fallen. Yeah. So no, it does follow the Gerard Butler thing. He's like the pilot, which he does not. They did not go to central casting and say, get me somebody that looks like a pilot. Because he does not. He doesn't have the gray hair, the weird mustache. He's very much
not an alcoholic.
He looks like he looks like an ex-FBI alcoholic.
Yes.
Got FBI agent alcoholic. Anyway,
like when Arnold was in The End of Days, where he was this like washed up, down on his luck, like pizza eating, beer swilling guy who's ripped abs for some reason.
We need you for one last job.
Yes.
You crawled into the bottom of that bottle, never to come back. Well, I'm here to pull you back out of that bottle. Well, anyway, he doesn't drink on the plane like the other one-word flight airplane crashing movie called Flight in Denzel Washington. But anyway, they get caught in a storm, which like in the first 45 seconds, you find out, oh, this plane's going to crash, and it's going to be the fault of the suits because they value money over people.
Mm-hmm.
You find that out right away, right? You also know he's trying to get home to his daughter. It's like it follows the formula to a T.
Yeah. The only thing it doesn't do is it doesn't make him a super mercenary special forces guy.
Right. Which was interesting. Yeah, because fast forwarding, the plane crashes like the IMDb said because of a storm. Mm. There's a guy on the plane who was a fugitive.
Yeah.
They've been looking for him for 15 years.
Yeah.
Wanted for murder. That's Luke Cage.
Yeah, Luke Cage.
And plane crashes and Gerard, and they crash onto, that's why I'm wearing this jungle shirt. Yeah. Plane crashes on a jungle island somewhere near the Philippines, where there's like 1 million islands. If you want your own island, all you got to do is show up and take it, which somebody did. And there's like a guerrilla paramilitary group that's in charge of the island. And
my girlfriend is kind of obsessed with islands in that area, and she's pretty much confirmed. Yeah, it's a no man's land.
Maybe you guys could move there. Just take your own island.
Look at me. I'm the captain now. I'm taking over your island. Taking it away from the gorillas.
I am the captain now.
So
he takes, he's like, oh, we got to go find a phone or find some way of doing something here. And he grabs Luke Cage and is like, takes his, I don't know, something about Gerard Butler is able to tell that he can trust Luke Cage not to run away. And part of it is like Luke Cage says, what am I gonna do? Run away? It's a jungle full of paramilitary
and I'm handcuffed.
And I'm handcuffed. Yeah. So it turns out that Luke Cage had been in the maybe I should keep calling him Luke Cage. It's not Luke Cage, it's Gaspar, right?
Yeah, Gaspar, yeah.
Gaspar was in the French Foreign Legion as some sort of mercenary.
Which I didn't even know were still real. I'm impressed. It's such a, like, out of nowhere. I get why they did it because, it was that or prison, but the Army is the same way for a young African American. But just to use the Foreign Legion was like, okay.
yeah, just the Foreign Legion, whatever.
It tweaked it a little bit more, I thought.
Yeah. But you could tell the captain, Brody, Gerard Butler, does not know his way. I mean, he was in the military, but he was like, he flew big cargo planes. And that's all he did is just these cargo planes. But,
yeah.
But he figures out how to fire a weapon pretty quickly. He knows the business end of the weapon. He has to kill somebody with his bare hands, and it freaks him out.
But they kind of prefaced it in a way because before that happens, the guy who played Tarzan in the Disney movie is watching video footage of him, and why he got kicked down to this runway is because this drunk guy on a plane punches him, and he just brings him down. And I like this guy. It's like, that's Gerard Butler dialogue right there, buddy. That's the kind of dialogue I want in my Gerard Butler movie. I like this guy.
I like this guy. Yeah, he pretty much puts the dude in a sleeper hold. And he's out. Yeah, and he ends up in Singapore or something. Can't have our captain choking dudes out. Something tells me in today's world he would have been promoted. Like he would get the sweet routes,
Yes.
The other thing about him when he first gets on the plane, like even before he and Gaspar go off to play, commando, like when he first gets on the plane, like he's meeting all of the staff and the people who brain not working today. What do you call the people that run the plane? The
flight attendants,
the co-pilot, those people. He's meeting them like this is the most important flight of their lives, right? He's like, "How are you? Are you good? How are you doing today? We're gonna have a good flight, aren't we?" I'm like, this doesn't seem like just a routine flight
You
already.
you are setting us up.
Yeah.
You're building it. We're sitting here going, come on, come on.
Get to know each other's families, so that we believe they care about each other, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes these crews, I've flown quite a bit, and sometimes the crews work together routinely. So it would not have been, they could have made the choice of, that could have been a route that they take every day or once a week or something, and they all work together on that route. They could have made that choice too. They made it so that everybody's meeting each other for the first time, which is, that's fine. So anyway, he and Gaspar go off. The captain and that fugitive sort of establish a hierarchy. That was the other interesting thing. He's not just a pilot. It's the thing that's easy to forget when you fly regularly is the captain of the plane really is in charge.
Yeah, he's a captain.
He's a captain. He's not just a pilot flying the plane. He is the authority.
Mm-hmm.
And Gerard Butler's character immediately takes that on. If he had been, I don't know, Sully, he probably would have done that too. But I just picture a lot of pilots probably would have been like, ladies and gentlemen, we're screwed. I don't know what we're going to do. But he's like, no, let's go get some guns and let's go get our way out of here. We'll fight our way out of here.
That's right.
And then, after he kills the first person, you can tell, like Luke Cage's character. The actor's name is not Luke Cage. Gaspar says, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "No." "Would you rather it be you?" "No." "That's it then. Bury it all. Deal with it later."
Man,
I love that exchange.
That's like advice that like our dads gave us about anything we had.
Yep. That's dad advice right there. There was another thing, like redemption can be found in the most unusual places, and that was another good line where it was talking about, what's Gaspar gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so then you talked about the white bald American asshole.
Yeah.
One of the things I loved is back at the airlines trying to figure out what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they could have gotten Harvey Keitel to play the character of the guy that the wolf just walks in and he's like,
yes. He's wearing the tux. Yeah.
I solve problems. He's like,
his tie is open.
The headquarters is 40 minutes away. I'll be there in 20.
And then the car pulls up 18 minutes later.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. And it's one of those tropes that is like, if you're going to solve the certain kinds of problems, you have to not follow the rules and you have to have some savory characters to bring in, because he's got his own troop of mercenaries that
he's got his own little crew.
Yeah. It's like, what's this guy's like average day? Like, walk me through a day in the life of, like, I know what you're doing here now, but what did you do 2 weeks ago? What were you up to?
What he did 2 weeks ago was like his kid came home and was talking about this bully at school, and he's like, hang on a minute. Yeah, I need to activate the assets.
Yeah. For sure. He's got a particular set of skills.
Yeah.
So yeah, they got the war room set up, or the operations room, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You need, again, it's that trope of you need one person making unilateral command and control decisions.
Yes.
Right. You can't, this is not a committee. This is not a democracy. The one guy's like, no, we can't do that. And he's like, well, we are doing that.
much like the lady on the other end of the phone when he calls the Trailblazer Airlines. Sir, we get calls like this. Is you're obviously pulling our leg.
Oh, and so, yeah, you got the war room, the operations room, and they're pretty useless until they finally get the mercenaries there. His own little personal set of mercenaries. They finally get them there. But if the entire Philippine army can't get rid of these guys on this island, there's no way these guys are going to be able to do it. So, it's up to Captain Brody and Gaspar to rescue everybody with the help of the mercenaries.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Captain Brody He's like every kill, he's reluctant. Like he stabs a guy, and he's like, "Oh no, I stabbed a guy." Meanwhile, Gaspar is killing people with whatever he can find.
Yeah,
Like
the hammer.
a gun. He's got a hammer. He's killing a guy with a hammer.
He don't care.
A
He was
knife.
out. He's going home.
I'm gonna kill you with this. I'm gonna kill you with that. Let me find something to hit you with. Like if somebody's leg had been blown off, he probably would have picked it up and killed somebody with it.
Like the dude, the person hammering out the script went like, "What is he gonna pick up? A hammer? Yeah, sledgehammer." Because he was listening to Peter Gabriel, and Sledgehammer came on. It's like Sledgehammer.
They're like katana sword. Too obvious. Sledgehammer. There you go.
There you go.
So they do end up getting him out of there, like, but Brody almost gets kidnapped. Or even almost killed. I think he almost got killed. But
a couple times, yeah.
Mercenaries showed up just in time.
Yeah, he sets himself up as like bait as a distraction, so Luke Cage can get the rest of the guys out, the passengers out, and gets the crap kicked out of him, and then he gets shot on the tarmac. And
I do love one of the things that I thought was cool, and I'd forgotten about this, and it's a very minor thing, but this movie does not take a break ever.
No.
Right? So they escape from the little village in a bus, and they make it back to the plane. And that would have been a moment where a lot of movies would have taken a moment to be like, "Oh, we're safe," to lull you into the sense of, "Oh, they made it," right?
That thing that movies do that I hate, where like right in the middle of the action, like the father and daughter have a heart-to-heart.
Oh yeah, right.
I hate that stuff so much, but there's none of that.
That could have been a moment where the screenwriters are like, okay, now we can have these two form a connection. Exactly, exactly what you just said. But they didn't. They get back and they go, we got about 2 minutes.
Yeah, we got about 2 minutes. One of the things I love about this movie so much is that it's one of the things I like about these kind of plots is it's the kind of plot where everything that gets introduced in the first half is referenced or used in the second half, because they made it a point to remind you in the beginning that they had 1 tank of fuel left. And then, by the way, there's spoilers in this review. You're worried that it's going to explode.
Yeah.
And then later on, when they're going to take off, I'm like, how do they have? Oh wait, they still have fuel. But
they tried to dump both fuel tanks, but there was one they couldn't dump.
Yep.
Yeah, because it was stuck.
And the other thing I really like about this movie is the plane itself is played so heavily, and they use all kinds of really nice angles for it. Like when the guerrillas kidnap the passengers, there's no reason for you to have it where it goes over the camera goes over the plane, and you see the Jeeps drive away and stuff. They really worked the plane. I want to know who played the plane. If you know who played the plane,
the
let
screenwriter's like,
comments.
the plane really is one of the characters in this screenplay.
The plane is sitting in one of those director's chairs at like a press conference.
I really think they could have featured me more. They didn't really showcase my range.
That's right. I'm a Juilliard alum.
Yeah, I'm a Juilliard trained actor, and I felt like this was gimmicky. I mean, a plane crashing.
I mean, I was the train in Horror Express. Come on.
I auditioned for Murder on the Orient Express. FedEx plane that crashed in Castaway, that was my father.
I was in the Broadway production of Cats.
He was in the Broadway production of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
But he played the automobile.
He played the automobile. That's my range. I got range, baby. So speaking of going from one thing to the next, okay, so the mercenaries are there, and they're like, how are you going to get us out of here? And the mercenaries are like, we ain't. We don't have a way out. It's like, that was a brilliant plan.
Yeah.
I think that it was like 24 hours or something a helicopter was supposed to come.
Well, we've got emergency med money, but that ain't enough to buy all of it,
Yeah.
Which is another great aspect of that movie is They bring it up when the mercenaries are getting together. They bring it up at that point towards the end of the show, and then it plays into the rest of the show.
Just spoilers. Gaspar finds the money as the plane, and another great line when Gaspar says to Captain Brody, he goes, I can't get on that plane, right? And Brody's just like, all right. So he runs, gets his leg shot.
It was like the white guy, black guy handshake.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so then another opportunity, like plane gets in the air, and that would have been another opportunity for him to be like, the plane's in the air. Now we can talk and have another moment, right? But no, they're like, I only got 50 miles. You got to find me somewhere to land. It's like, there's a island over there. I could see it already. And I'm like, that was fast. I mean, even in Madagascar, they went a little farther, right?
I love the fact that the closest island was only like 50 miles away, but it might have been 5,000 miles away because with no way to get there. And the idea too that makes it, we don't know what happened to Gaspar after that scene, but we know there's boats, and 50 miles is a reasonable amount of distance that he could have traveled.
Yeah.
And I wanted a post-credit scene where like Butler goes to the mailbox, pulls out a postcard, and it's like from Gaspar. He's in like Tahiti or something, having sends a picture of himself with a boat drink.
Yeah, Gaspar grabs the money and just heads out into the jungle.
Yes.
And I absolutely have already written the sequel.
even the lead guy in the mercenary team's just like oh well, he's out.
It was funny how again, spoilers, the lead guy in the mercenary group ends up getting run over by the plane.
Yes. See, again, the plane. And I heard that the first time that plane killed somebody, and he was a little bit nervous about it.
Although it did put a chokehold on a drunk dude one time. Yeah, and the very end scene where they show the plane, like they just kind of pan out from the back of the plane, and you just see like that was the final shot, was just the plane. I'm like, what came first? Them calling the movie Plane and deciding they needed to have those moments, or were those moments already there and they're like, because they knew the plane was gonna have those featured moments?
When it got towards the end and Butler basically ran over the lead gorilla.
Yeah.
He looks at his co-pilot and he's like, full throttle. And I'm like, I bet because this movie never lets up, that was going to be the title of the movie.
Full Throttle.
Yeah, but I think somebody probably figured there was maybe another movie or something, and they decided, the plane's in this movie a lot. What should we call the movie that has the plane in it?
The plane has fallen.
The plane, it fell. The plane has fallen and got back up again.
Yeah, the plane has fallen
again. Well, speaking of the Butler Did It, unless you've got anything else you want to add.
Nope. This movie did it for me. It scratched the Gerard Butler itch in all the right ways.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites of his. All right, so for Gerard Butler, Luke Cage, The Plane.
The Plane, of course.
I'm Paul.
I'm Steve.
And this has been The Butler Did It.
Full Throttle. I forgot to mention also how they did also demonstrate how much pilots need to know about their plane. You know,
Mhm.
I suppose it's sort of like any professional driver, like a trucker, has to know how, their truck, because they're out in the middle of Kansas and the truck's like not acting right. They got to know something about it, right?
Like how to call AAA.
Like how to call AAA, for example. Maybe our friend Leslie White, friend of the show, Leslie White, can tell us how much he needs to know about his truck.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, friend of some of our shows. I don't know. Is he a friend of this show? I don't know. This show's pretty
He's
young.
a friend IRL, so.
Yeah, right.